Welcome to Dukes United show. Manchester United have won 1-0 and we've cleared that gap between us and Villa. And it feels good because we needed that win. I was worried about the game. I think you was as well, Garth. It was a game where we knew they were coming in with real good form and we knew we had to do a job. And we did. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And look, Ten Hag, hats off to him once again for changing it up and changing the tactics when we don't ever expect him to. And he outsmarts everyone most of the time. 99% of people, he outsmarts Garth. How did you see the game anyway?
A solid 3 points for us. You know what I mean? I was a little less worried than you, Nathan, about Villa, but their form spoke for itself. No losses in 10 games. Unai Emery doing bits for them. Solid squad. I know you're a big fan of Ollie Watkins. Big fan of him. I'm not exactly a slouch on him either. They've got a good team. So to walk away, 3 points, 1-0 win, clean sheet. I think you've got to be happy with it. As I was saying to you off screen, the game got a little tedious in the middle part. Obviously, squeaky bum time for the last 10 minutes when we're only 1-0 up. And that's something that Man United, I think Ten Hag's going to be looking at, is our chance finishing percentage, because we're not putting enough away that when we're getting through on chances. 2 posts, 1 crossbar. Like, yeah, people can say they're close, but that's a miss. It doesn't even go down as on target if you hit the bar or the crossbar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, which one was the post one again? I know Casemiro hit the bar, but that was one where you look at it and you just don't expect it to be a goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gone high and then hit the bar. It's an okay shot, hit the bar, but it was never looking like it was going in. I did like I can't remember who else it was. I know, but we did have the chances, and that's the story of our season. To be fair, if you remember early on the season, Garth, remember in the Europa when we kept missing chances for fun and so many games we've done that, and that's why having a Harry Kane type player makes it much different. We score from half chances when you got a player like that in the side. Yeah, and the thing is, I think he will set up a whole load of goals as well because his ability to assist, his ability to make the right decisions in that final third is absolutely top notch. So I think we definitely need to go all out for him. We got the win. They played a high line like a madness. I don't know what's wrong with them. You're playing against Rashford. He's playing down the middle, and then you play a high line. It's like, okay, let's go and let's go and lose this game, boys, purposely.
With Sancho and Bruno on the wing. Sancho ain't no slouch either, and Bruno will run all day. So
exactly. Yeah. So it was a bit silly, wasn't it? It was a bit silly of them to go that direction of pushing up so high. But were they probably thinking that they could push up high, win the ball back early, and then snatch a goal? Maybe they're thinking that, weren't they?
I presume from watching it, straight away what they're hoping for is we've been very sloppy recently against the high press, some of our players, and we've been caught out early in games. You know, I mean, we've spoken about West Ham should have won, Leicester should have scored a couple, etc., etc. Yeah. And I think they were hoping that we were going to get caught out, and it just didn't work like that. They offered very little going forward in the end. Listen, it happens in football, don't I'm sure you've had games like this where your best players just didn't perform on the day, and not just one of them, 3 of them, and your team don't perform, and that's if it didn't perform. But yeah, some bad decisions in there, and I think the strength of squad in the end is what overcome. Our team is just stronger than theirs. Period. You can get into debates about Ollie Watkins and John McGinn and certain players. Emmy Martinez is definitely probably a better goalkeeper than David De Gea, but
not with that speed as well. That kind of thing, you're not happy. When someone it was so far away and it was never going in, and he's pushed it perfectly for Bruno. Like that was just a mad one, and you think, oh, great, thank you.
I was going to ask you about that, Nate. Was that he didn't push it far enough, but the defender that Bruno paced out to get there has got to take some of that blame as well, man, because that's a all or nothing. You're putting everything you've got on the line to get there and the sliding. You know what I mean? Like it almost like he didn't know Bruno's on his shoulder. One of them ones, mate. He almost.
Yeah, from the way I saw it, it was a difficult one for Bruno to put in after the player came running back. I did think, well done, Bruno, and I just thought, like when Rashford took it early, I'm like, Rashford, okay, no problem. Like, what you doing? But then what you doing, Keeps? Like, you should be down early and be able to get that. You don't need to push that out so slow. So maybe his reactions as a keeper is not good enough. I don't know. But I would be a bit upset with the keeper. With a shot from that far back, trying to slot home, I would say to my players, as a striker, that was the wrong choice of shot there, Rashi, because you're a bit too far out. You want to get a bit more closer in and then do that. Because if you're that far out, the keeper should easily be able to stop that. But again, it was along the floor, which makes it even harder. You've got to get down and you've got to stop it. So he didn't push it hard enough because the ball wasn't even hit hard enough. So it was one of the ones where, can you say to the keeper, you might get a little bit of a blind for that? I don't know. It was a tough one to kind of get down for. But look,
when you're a professional goalkeeper, Nate, you've got to get down to that, mate. Like, and it was so slow, and I know it's along the floor and everything, but that's a bread and butter save in the end.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But then if you ask him, in my mind, I'm thinking I would be saying you got to get down for that, and I would imagine him coming back saying something like, either I agree with you, but I wouldn't put it out of the question that he says, listen, that was on the floor and it was going in the corner and I had to get down and put a hand to it to stop it going in. And I couldn't hold it with one arm or whatever. I could imagine him even saying that.
Yeah.
Or saying what we've just said. It's not good enough. Or I don't know which way to go about it. You know what I mean?
Well, the other way, you can go down the middle and say that he was just caught unawares by that quick shot. Like, because it weren't a great shot at the end of the day. This is what I'm saying. It was placed very well, give him that. But it weren't power. There wasn't really, like, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if he just wasn't ready for it. If you know,
here's the thing, if you put it on the floor, it makes it so much harder. You put it keeper's height and that amount of distance, he's pushing that way wide. But because it's on the floor, it's even harder. And that's what I've got to say. Keep it low, put it in the corners. Yeah. Can you imagine how many times has Greenwood scored them kind of goals where he's put them right in the corners and they look like, wait a minute, keeper, you should be saving that. You can't because it's on the floor and you can't get down quick enough. So, look, he did a great job. But you know what? One person that I really was happy with yesterday was Casemiro back to himself. He was balling out back to the normal Casemiro. And also Eriksen back to his levels that he was from before he got injured. And they got their rhythm back. Casemiro had to come out through suspension. Eriksen through injury. Now they're back in. Had a couple games under their belt in a big game like this, and they're on it. And they were back on it. And that's what was the major difference, I would say, to our side. Because the first touch passes. What about that left foot shot that he nearly scored? That curler whipper first touch.
Sorry, not the post. That's what the Casemiro one. Not the post. Sorry, that's the one I'm talking about. Didn't the post, but the first time shot just curled. Mate, it's passing. His first time passing is joke. But the most important yesterday, his robustness in the tackle was tackling. Back as well. Oh my word! Like some of them were so borderline, like violent. I was like, wow, like you are. No wonder you get a few yellow cards, mate, because if you miss that by a millimetre, you're taking that geezer out. So, great game for him. I'll say this as well. I know that some people, we'll get on to Bruno in a second because he was magnificent yesterday. But I thought Sancho played really well for the first 25 minutes again. Like, he didn't go all game again, but he's slowly getting there. He's taking the ball, he's moving it, he's running with it. Yeah. He's getting more confident with the ball at his feet. I like the trajectory at the moment, Nath. I do. Yeah. Like, he still ain't nowhere near the player I want him to be. Anthony's overtook him definitely with his form over the last few games. Yeah. But it was nice to see that. Yeah, Casemiro, I mean, I was one of them, Nath. At the start of the season, I was like, well, this is a rush job. Like, we're just signing because we've got no one else. We've been after Frankie de Jong for 16 years and we didn't get him. So now we're just going to get Casemiro, 30 years old, 60 mil.
You're right.
What are you doing?
It did feel a bit like that, didn't it? I was thinking.
So that'd be one of the best signings of the season of forever, mate. So
he's done a great job. Yeah, he's done a great job. To be fair, I've got to give it to him. And look, as you say, what did you think of the Garnacho of the Bruno? Sorry, the Bruno performance, because obviously he got the goal. And he's like captain material. And, you know, I know there was all talking about whether he can be captain. The one thing that was funny, as Sancho was saying, get up and stop moaning.
That's fine. On the football pitch, you do that, don't you? That's what I like. I actually like that from Sancho. He's showing he's got a bit of confidence around the team. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That was all the time on the football pitch. So I don't think anything of it. I don't know about yourself, Nathan. I didn't think anything of that Sancho telling me.
No, that's great. Talking to your teammates, saying, listen, let's get back let's focus on the game. Forget about this messing about nonsense, being on the floor for so long. Like, you don't have to be on the floor for that long, do you? So that was the thing that I was really happy about. The fact that they're just chatting with each other and saying what they need to say to each other. And that's what a winning team does. They call each other out and make sure each other is responsible for each other. And that's it.
Casemiro had words with Bruno at the end as well, didn't he? About his loose pass in the last minute.
I've seen that, yeah. He was talking to him at the end, yeah.
Yeah, there was no disagreement. It was just, mate, come on now. You know, he's 1-0, like, what are you doing? But Bruno, magnificent performance yesterday. Yes, histrionics all over the place. Yes, you know what I mean? he whinges and he moans, but he gets under the opponent's skin. You need players like that in your team. He gets under the opposition fans' skin.
Yeah,
he is magnificent. And I just want to say that was his 100th club goal that he scored.
Bloody hell. He scored a hell of a load of goals.
Yeah, for Man United, look, 100 club goals. Frank Lampard's only got something like 100 and something, ain't it? People talk about him like the greatest goal scorer midfielder of all time. Yeah. So, like, when do rival fans and our own fans who dislike him start giving him the credit he deserves? 51 goals or 52 goals, 50 assists since 2020. That's 3 years. In two and a half seasons, he's scored 50 plus goals and got 50 plus assists. He is our engine. Honestly, the people who want our fan base who want Bruno gone, be careful what you wish for, because there ain't another player out there that comes in and replaces him. It really ain't. Exactly. I don't know what you thought, though.
Yeah, I think you've done a great job. We've got a couple comments here. We've got 87. Yes, good to see you. Quality win yesterday. Showed huge character to get the points. And Taylor Green says, "Cheers, guys. I appreciate hearing your opinions on the match." No worries, man. No worries. We keep this going. Okay, it might be a bit sporadic about the timing of that, but we get it done when we can. But look, I'm just happy that we got another clean sheet. Bruno, as you say, I was at my son's match as well, and I had my phone watching the match, and I was watching his match.
No, I'm filming you, son. I'm filming you. I promise you, mate. I'm filming you.
So it was a bit of a mad one.
Scored 4 goals. Did you win? I didn't see any of them.
I'm telling you, it's a mad one when that happens. But look, Bruno just does what he needs to do. He's been doing that for the last, I don't know how long he's been now. He's been very, very responsible in his playing. Like the part that we really didn't like about his game, he's really improved on that massively. And he continues to do it game after game now. And he's setting up more goals all the time. He puts the ball in behind for the Rashford goal the last game. And he now scores again. Look, what was my thing? I said Bruno and Rashi would score. I got Bruno right and everything else wrong.
So that team weren't the team either, was it?
Team was totally wrong, everything. Curler says, United fans in the modern day seem to hate their own players more than rivals. David De Gea and Bruno, to name 2, is plain wrong. Now, them boys are sick. To be fair, there's only one player. I'm not going to mention names, but I would say there's only one player that I can say negative stuff because I believe he deserves it. Everyone else in our whole team, when you make mistakes, it's fine. Like Malacia had a bad game. He's come back and done his job. Everyone else, they realize when they do bad and they can say it. I've not had the best of games. I've not done well. But certain people are delusional a little bit. And I believe that they need to be called out and obviously say, listen, fix up your brain, understand that you're not playing well, and just accept it. I'm not playing well. And look, I want to fight to get back in the side. No, I'm playing well. I've got clean sheets all the time. I'm not going to sort no more anyway. But yeah.
He's not going to name names, but I'm pretty sure anyone can figure out who he's talking about here. No, I mean, you do. I think what Curtis talking about here, you do quite well now. If you stay away from the socials pretty much, don't you? You know, I mean, you're not a constantly online person. But on Twitter, there is a vocal minority of fans. They are fans. I'm not going to say they're not, but who make their content based on hating Man United players and making out like they're the worst players in the world. You know what I mean? Like we've all had our problems. McTominay, Fred, they're back. They didn't do well, but no one's ever purposely just trying to make a point of digging players out, like what Curtis is saying. There's people who want to do it. David De Gea, I mean, listen, we know he can't. Yeah, we know he can't play the ball with ball feet. We know he can't. We understand. He's got better with it, but it's still going to be hard. In future, if we're going to play this system, I agree, we probably need another goalkeeper who can play with his feet. Yeah. But it is not a priority to get David De Gea out of this team right now. Exactly. Why do you think they're trying to get him down to? Why do you think they're trying to get him down to $200,000 contract? Yeah. Because then he's worth it. Then he's worth it. Yeah. You're right. And that's the thing. He saved us so many times with his hands. Like I said, if that shot was against De Gea, Rashford, that shot, De Gea saving that. And he's not allowing a goal to happen from it either, like more often than not. Unless it's a mistake, something that's an absolute mistake where his mind is off it. I'm talking about ability-wise, he saves that through his ability. Through Martinez's ability, he's not saving that, as you can see. And he might say, that's just the best I can do. Where De Gea, we know that's not the best he can do. He can save them type of shots. That's what I like. But you know what? Even what I love about the last few games now, we have not. We were worried. We don't have Varane and we don't have Martinez. But telling me now, you tell me, Shaw and Lindelof look comfortable
as our backup 2 centre backs. Very comfortable against top players. Like I said, and like you just said there, I really do like Ollie Watkins. I think he's a dangerous player. Got down the left, step over, pushed it, put it across the box. But we've got Shaw in there. We've got Lindelof in there. And they're very good on the ball. Lindelof, I think they don't realise how good Lindelof is actually pretty good on the ball and progressing the ball through the lines as well. So just that's what I think is
Lindelof's a great option, Nathan. Great option, mate. I won't have much disrespect about him. He's like what I used to call back in the day, like your standard meat and potatoes defender. Still, exactly. He's got a good pass on him. He's got a good pass on him, and it's just anyone who plays with Maguire looks awful. So, and that's weird because I forgot to mention when we were talking about players, I forgot to mention Lindelof and Shaw. Well, outstanding. I know Villa didn't offer a lot in this game, but still, they still kept a clean sheet, and they did very, very well considering you've got a left back.
They're still dangerous, though. Did you see that passing? A great passing move where Ollie Watkins backheeled it back, and then Jacob Ramsey nearly got through, and I think he got a shot off as well. They played okay at times. Second half, they were on it. First half,
second half, definitely. Yeah, and I mean they all scored right at the end as well, didn't they? But
Curler says Dave, the save.
Dave, the save.
A worry for me. 2 more quality centre backs, and I don't see keeper issues right now. Lindelof has been immense in the last few games. Sure, also a common influence. Exactly what I'm saying. We're looking good. We're looking like I feel comfortable now that if everybody stays fit that we've got right now, I'm happy that we will win the next few games, and it won't be just getting over the finish line.
No.
We'll have a bit of space in that 4th position. I still don't see us favourite in that 3rd position. I think Newcastle are ahead. Remember at the start of the season, I was saying about Newcastle being
the same here, mate.
I thought that we'd maybe have this season ahead of them, and then next season will be a fight. But man, they've come on straight away.
Yeah, so on the transfer exchange, though, people were like, "Oh, who are you worrying about? Then who's going to overtake Man United?" Because obviously we were in the doldrums. I said, Newcastle. Everyone was laughing at me, mate. I was like, "They've got a great manager. They've already got a decent squad, and now they've got Sheikh Mansour money. Like, come on, or whichever Sheikh is. So they've got Sheikh. You're out of your mind. They're gonna do well. I still think we just about pip them because we've got the game in hand on them, and it takes us 2 points above them.
You think we're going to beat them? Yeah. Okay. We're going to overtake them.
Yeah, I think we finished 3rd. Just don't. I mean, honestly,
I
wouldn't put any money on that, mate. I would I wouldn't even put a bowl of cereal on that, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I just but I think we do.
You hope that we're going to get that. You can see it happening.
I think our form seems to have picked up. Varane's back hopefully by the end of the season. I just think the games we've got coming up, we win them, and Newcastle do drop points somewhere along the way. I could listen. I think we've got Champions League done now. Let's get that out of the back. I think that's done now.
That's what I mean. 4th position, I think, is too far away for anyone. We got 3 games in, and we ain't letting 9 points.
And then we winning all 6 points or something above Spurs already.
And
so Liverpool are in 5th now. We've got a game in hand on them,
and they lost as well, didn't they?
Yeah, we're 7 points clear of Liverpool already. We'd be 10 points clear of Liverpool if we win our game in hand with 5 games left.
Saying he thinks we get 3rd also. Brighton game will be decided for me. Yeah, we have to win that game, and then we will be. I think we've cemented 4th if we beat Brighton, and then we can focus on trying to get that 3rd spot off Newcastle. I think we can do it that way. It's one step at a time. Let's cement 4th so nobody can catch us no matter what. Then let's look at Newcastle and see how close we are then. But I think, look, it's been an amazing season. To be fair, look, United, we'd never have thought in an FA Cup final, win the other cup in the quarterfinals, let's say, of Europa, and winning so many games against the big boys in the league, beating Barcelona this season over 2 legs. Like, we've done well, man. We've done really well, especially with the injuries as well. How many injuries?
Especially where we were last year as well, mate. You know what I mean? Ten Hag, listen, I understand, you know what I mean? It'd probably be the same for Arsenal fans right now. You know, you've had a great season, but you're walking away with nothing. And it's going to hurt. It's going to feel like a bad season. It should. Just like for us. I presume we're only going to win the Carabao Cup, the way Man City are playing at the moment.
Same that.
But so if we do, if we finish 4th and walk out of the Carabao Cup and run us up in the FA Cup, I think that is a 10 out of 10 season for Ten Hag because he just walked in. Like 2 years down the line, that's a different matter. But you've just walked into this shambles of a squad, this shambles of a club, and you've took us to 2 finals, done well in Europe and done well in the league. I don't think any Man United fan can grumble.
You can't ask for any more than what he's done.
No.
With what he's got, he's absolutely done what you're supposed to do. This is the thing. When you're in a transition and you've got these certain players, you know what they're capable of, and he's made sure they've done what they're capable of. A lot of managers, they come in and they look after, in the transition, they lose games when they shouldn't lose. And this is where Ten Hag is tremendous. I really got to give it to him. The changes from last year, this time last year, is a job. Injuries, player issues, and dodgy VAR, and still Erik Ten Hag has got us top 4 and into 2 finals. Ridiculous. I get you. I know.
It is true. Curtis, that's what I mean. For Me United fan, it's been a great season. We're disappointed now because 5 weeks ago we were in Europe and we were fighting for the title.
Yeah, so it felt good.
We may now be thinking a little bit like, this isn't as good. It's fantastic. It's a great season, and we need to keep it in perspective.
You know what? So, you know what gives me a little bit of hope of the FA Cup final is the fact that they played Fulham and it was only 2-1, and it doesn't have to be a batteration. Like they can't play that well every game, and you know how finals are most of the time. Of course, we have to start well. We have to have most of our players fit, so we're okay, and then. If we can start well and get the first goal, then it's a different kettle of fish because we know we can hurt them pace-wise going forward if we've got all them 3 on song. Can we do that? Let's see. Because the midfield, how they played yesterday, I think we've got a little bit more about us, a bit more confident. But again, still not fully confident.
What you're saying is what it comes down to Nathan, is this. It's not... Even if we play our best football, if Man City turn up and play their best,
we're dead.
We can't win. We can't win. You know what I mean? Like, it is how it is. It's the FA Cup final. There's always hope. I saw Wigan beat Man City. You know what I mean? I've seen. So it's not impossible at all. And Ten Hag, it seems, just like Pep Guardiola, like he's a man who wins finals when he gets to him. You know what I mean? In Holland, over here. So it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great game.
It'll be fun anyway. Look, it'll be fun up until 3:00 at least.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens from there.
It'll be fun up until 3-0 down, Nate. That's Haaland hat-trick, 12 minutes. That's what it's going to be.
There is nothing worse than going to a final or any kind of final and losing, because your mind is only set on winning and having party afterwards, whatever, having fun and laughing with everyone. Yeah, you see that goal, you see this, and then you lose. It's like, listen, everyone, I'm going home. Like, I'm going home. I just want to go home. Like, forget everything. No, like, imagine how much arrangements are made for like halls and food and drink and everything, and everyone's just sitting there like not talking, just eating food. I'm going
party food as well.
I'm telling you,
you've got Colin the Caterpillar cake out there. It's like the president who don't win, innit? When the two presidents go against each other, they have a party set up. Release the balloons there, and you just got a depressed dude sitting there. Like, win, mate. Party!
I've never felt any pain like it, mate. It's the worst feeling ever. Because you know what happened to me? I was sleeping the night before, dreaming of the Premiership again, because it's championship playoff. Finals, Wembley, go in there. Everyone's coming. All the tickets sorted out. Everything. We're gonna win this. We're battering everybody. Surely we're gonna win this. Play the game. 0-0, conceding chance. Not even really making any chances. All of a sudden, they get a goal out of nowhere, and we've just played poorly. The worst we played in years. The worst we played all season had to happen on that game when we had Hearts. We had Diamante Kamara. We had Kevin Phillips, goal scoring machine, mate, sitting on the bench.
Bags, man.
It was just ridiculous. We had.
Did you say John Hartson as well?
John Hartson was in the squad then, yeah.
Noah Bags, man. I mean, he might have been on his way out at that point, but still,
you know what? He can't move, but he can score for fun. Yeah, you give him the ball to his feet. It's funny, yeah, because when you play with him, like you see him, you like put the ball in front for him, and he's like, "What are you doing? Like, give me the ball right to my feet." Like that ball misses me by 1 yard, I can't get it. But you find
I'm not going for it, and I'm not going for it either.
He can't move, but he was sick. His technique was sick. His finishing sick. Setting up was sick. It's funny how a lot of people don't realize how good certain players are or was. Yeah. He was another top player,
mate. So underrated, honestly, man. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm a Welsh boy, so I'm a big fan of his anyway. But I mean, he's a 1 in 2. One in 2.5, man. You know what I mean? I think he's I just come up now. Yeah,
back in the day at Celtic, was he at Celtic? Right?
Yeah, Celtic smashed up Celtic. 170 goals in less than 400 games, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who was the big club he played for? Who was Arsenal. The big club? Arsenal, yeah.
Arsenal, West Ham. Yeah, Arsenal, West Ham. Was it straight there?
West Brom and Celtic.
That's after Celtic. No, he went some. Did he go Wimbledon? He went Wimbledon as well, didn't he? Wimbledon.
Maybe, yeah. But
when Wimbledon was still a thing, bruv. Yeah, man.
But yeah,
so great. Look, man. Anyway, we've gone on a sidetrack there. But
John
Arson, if you haven't seen John Arson, people, give him a little watch on YouTube. He scored some bangers in his time.
So the next big game is actually Thursday.
Yeah, random Thursday night. Yeah,
we've got Thursday. It's a tough game, man.
Away at West Ham, is that right?
For some reason, my mind has just gone blank. Like, trying to remember. Let me just get it up quick on the phone.
No, I'm sure it's away at West Ham our next game, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's complete. No,
I'm sure it's Brighton.
Thursday. Brighton Thursday. Yeah, then West Ham on Sunday.
8:00 kickoff at the Amex. So,
mate, I just said I'm confident. West Ham away and Brighton away. That is not.
I'm telling you, we got some games.
Yeah, I'll be happy with 4 points out of that, Nath. I really will. Draw against Brighton. We should beat West Ham.
Beat West Ham.
Draw against Brighton, and we should beat West Ham. They're in real trouble at the moment, you know.
So,
a cheeky 1-0 win or a draw against Brighton and a big win against West Ham. I'll take that all day. 4 points from them 2 games.
Right, we do that. And Wednesday we are doing the preview. So either we'll do the preview Wednesday evening. So that's it. That's all we got time for, Garth. 1-0
pleasure
at Old Trafford. Another fortress it is at Old Trafford now. And let's hope that continues and hope we can get a win on the road for once, because being on the road has been an absolute nightmare this year. There's one thing that hasn't been good, and that's been on the road. So we'll talk about what we think the score is going to be, who we think's playing after we see the press conference, isn't it? So we've got to get that going. We'll do it in the evening. We'll do the preview in the evening, and then we'll take it from there. So thanks a lot, Garth, for coming on for the show and giving your
pleasure's always, mate.
Game. Thanks a lot, you guys in the comments. It's been amazing. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can see when we come on lastminute.com, as always.
Because we don't know when we're coming on, so you might as well find out.
So anyway, see you guys for the next one. Peace out.